What's the thing people do to sync up audio in the YouTube videos? They go like... Hello. I am now in my new apartment and I have a light so I can film and not be in total darkness. I got one of those ring lights that like all the fancy YouTubers use, but I did not realize that they would do the ring effect but in my glasses. Like I've seen it in people's eyes, but like this is a fun thing that I did not anticipate. I feel like I am in a science fiction movie. I could do this and bring like stern librarian vibes. I feel like this looks worse. I could also just take them off, I guess, but that's not authentic to me. These are the questions I've been dealing with. Can you tell these are like super dirty? I am happy to be back and filming in my new space. I know it looks a little bare right here right now, but this is my new desk. Oh, well, it's not new. It was in my old room at my house, but I have it in my apartment now, and this is a great upgrade for me. No longer will I film at the kitchen table. I can just do it at my desk. Great stuff. I have lighting. I'm just really moving up in the world as a YouTuber TM. So today I am taking a break from some of my videos that I've been doing recently with the Animal Crossing planner, which definitely still working on. I might have another video about that soon because I still have a lot to do for that. Today I am working on a commission that I have gotten from someone who watched one of my videos. He's a friend of mine and he watched my wolf ink video when I was reviewing the Huon light pad, which I'll link in like the card thing, I think over here. He really liked it and he wanted me to create a custom ink illustration for that he can hang in his apartment, which is really exciting. I've never done something like that before, so I'm really excited for it. So I thought I would walk you through a little bit of the process. I've already done a couple preliminary sketches, so today I will be making a tighter preliminary sketch in my sketchbook. So I want to really plan out what I'm working and what I'm gonna do before I bring it to a canvas, and then if I have time today or another day, it'll also be in this video regardless. I'm gonna bring it to a canvas I have right here. So I said like right here, like you can see it, but like, you know, just trust me, there is a canvas, it exists, you will see it at some point in this video. So let's get started. Okay, hello. Now I'm in the voiceover stage of my video. First here I am sketching out the tighter sketch before I take it to canvas. Like I mentioned, I'm using a moleskine sketchbook and sketching with a graphgear 500 0.7 pentel mechanical pencil. I'd already done a few sketches, like I said, but I wanted to tighten up a little bit and make sure I was really set with what I wanted to do, because canvases are expensive. I didn't want to waste a bunch of time and money trying to get it right again if I messed it up, so I was trying to be really careful with how I executed it. I just first sketched it out, used a kneaded eraser to lighten it up and tighten up the sketch. And then I went in and inked it and did a wash. At this point I was feeling a little bit lazy because I felt like once I got the sketch down, I was feeling pretty good about what I wanted to do. So I just made a few notes to myself after I finished up this pass. I wanted more details, I wanted darker lines so the details would be more distinct and there would be like different variation between the different areas of the painting, and just a few little anatomy things I noticed. I do end up changing a few things in the final sketch, even on the canvas, just because things worked better with the spacing and stuff like that, but it was still good to do this preliminary sketching stage in my sketchbook. How many times can I say sketching? Many, apparently. I did draw it all out before I started filming on the canvas because I was a little nervous about sketching on the canvas, and I didn't want the added pressure of filming and trying to figure out how to negotiate that. By the way, if you see the lighting switch throughout the video, sorry about that. I was still kind of filming out the new camera setup and the best way to film and arrange my light and things like that, but I think I set it all in a good place at the end, so it should get a little more even throughout the video. I am doing this on a Fredrix Pro Series 20 ounce Ultimate Premium heavy cotton duck canvas, and I think this is a 24 by 36 size canvas. It might actually be a 32 by 40. I think it's a 32 by 40. I was trying to remember. I threw away the wrapper and I wasn't going to bust out a tape measure. But that's the type of canvas I'm using. I picked this one out because it will have a better archival quality and it will stand up better. And it came primed, so it was ready to paint on. It's technically cheaper to make your own canvases and build them, but I don't paint on canvas a ton and I don't have the space to store all that stuff and assemble a canvas, so this just kind of works better for me. So first, after I sketched it, I did the lines. I just went over, at first I was trying to do it standing up, like I think how people normally paint on canvas, but I just was getting too nervous and my hand control wasn't good, so I decided I would just go ahead and set it down and I could move the camera around, and that ended up just being easier to film anyway. So even though that's a little bit unorthodox method of doing on canvas, painting on canvas, I think it ended up working better in the end. I did the lines, and then I did some touch up and covered up the mistakes, like any stray lines or dots or anything. I used golden gesso just to cover it up because the canvas will already be primed with gesso, so it just kind of helps quickly tweak a few mistakes like some stray lines and things like that. The gesso did react oddly with the India ink, which I wasn't expecting. I guess it wasn't fully dry, although I waited a little bit, and India ink normally dries pretty quickly, so I thought that was strange. But it would mix together with the gesso, which I didn't really expect since India ink doesn't tend to reactivate once it's dry, and I thought I had let it dry. I don't know if it's like a difference between canvas or I really just hadn't fully dried and I thought it had, but still I fixed the trouble spots, let it dry, and then after that I moved on to the washes. Ink definitely behaves oddly on canvas. You can definitely see more of the texture. It beads up a little bit, and it takes a few passes to make everything even, but ultimately I really enjoyed the texture and I think it added a lot to the piece. So I ended up enjoying it with conjunction with that, although at first it made me a little bit nervous since I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, and I was like, oh man, this is going to make a huge thing, I'm going to be wasting my time. But I mean, honestly, even if traditional art, I think of it this way always, of mistakes are not reversible and things like that, but even if the painting didn't work out, it was like I was gonna have to throw away the whole canvas, I could have just gessoed on top of it like I did before, and had the canvas for later, even for another pass of the same painting. But it worked out and it was good. I almost wonder if I had sanded the primed canvas, how that would have turned out, but I was like, I just didn't want to mess with it at all and like mess it up. So I just kind of went for it. I think I might have already said, but I'm using Speedball India ink and just water, so which is what I used for that earlier ink painting I did on this channel. I have a huge bottle of it, got lots of it to go through, so I still really like working on ink, and it was really cool to do it on a canvas. I tried to just slowly layer up the ink washes and kind of build gradually because, like I said, that doesn't tend to reactivate really well, so it's kind of hard to take it away once it's put down. I don't really have a ton left to say on this video. Overall, I was really happy with how this turned out, and my client is too. The only thing I really have left to do is I have to put a sealer on top, a sealant on top, to make sure it lasts and it will stay in the condition it is now. The fixative I have that I'm planning to put on it is a liquitex varnish, I think. I'll put it in the description and let you know how it goes. If it's a huge disaster, I'll put some kind of addendum, but I'm not anticipating it to be. It's got good reviews and stuff like that, so I'll just put on 2 coats of that with some drying time in between, and then I'm going to box it up and mail it. So I'm really excited to see how it looks on a wall. I've never really had like a custom piece of art hanging up anywhere except like, you know, my parents' refrigerator and like my own room. So it's gonna be really cool to see my art get out in the world. It makes me feel a little bit more like a professional. That's gonna be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you really enjoyed this video, consider checking out some of the other videos on my channel and maybe giving this a like. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.